Hey guys, it's Nija. Okay, so I had this download. I get these downloads, and usually I just write them down to myself, but today it was pretty profound, and I feel like it probably could help connect the dots for somebody out there. Okay, and the download that I got is that this is the purge. This is the purge. We are currently living in the purge. Now, I know a lot of people say that all the time or say, oh, it's the end of days. This is post apocalyptic time or this is apocalyptic time. Well, I really do believe that this currently now is the purge, especially with everything that's going on with George Floyd. And, everyone is just, the tensions are so high right now. We're literally living in the purge. Let me tell you how I came to this conclusion, or what basically made me come to this conclusion. So the movie The Purge is about the government picking one day out of the year to kill openly and get away with it, right? That's literally what's happening right now with the George Floyd situation. I'm going to give you an example as well. Um, Today I came on Instagram across this post that basically is the same thing that's happening in Paris, the same exact setup, a police officer with his knee over a melanated man. Okay, so it's the same exact concept happening in two different places simultaneously. I'm not sure when this picture was taken. Maybe somebody can do some sleuthing and figure that out. But essentially, and also this picture as well, my girlfriend sent this to me. The Simpsons also predicted in the 1990s, I think it said, or something, sometime around there, the Simpsons predicted the George Floyd killing. Also, they've predicted several other things as well. So you have to ask yourself, or you have to wonder, is somebody leaking this information on purpose, or, you know, do they want you to find out? Do they want you to catch on? It seems so obvious. Why are they always putting this stuff obviously in our faces? Why are they always putting this information so blatantly in our faces? And why are we just now catching on to it? Okay? So yes, the government picks one day out of the year to kill. That is what's happening right now. They, hired crisis actors to perform this act, to get people triggered to, to begin rioting and protesting. And then they set up these agents who go out and begin vandalizing and antagonizing the people and giving them a reason to be riled up and to fight back, essentially, and protect themselves. And then they have their media personnel record everything and then, of course, spin it in the way that they desire to make it be seen. But the great thing about social media is a lot of people are there and they are recording their experiences, and we're putting the pieces together and we're realizing, no, there are people implanted in our system, who are trying to set us up and make us look bad so that they can enforce their agendas upon us. So let's continue. So that's literally what's happening right now. The purge is literally what's happening right now. They pick a day, they pick an agenda, they execute the agenda, get people riled up, and then they get people to play along with it, to go along with it. What happens in the purge? Not only do the government officials and the elites get to purge, but the regular civilian people are going to begin to purge as well. Why? Because they're upset. They're afraid. They don't want to be purged. They don't want to be killed. They don't want to be slaughtered. So what do? They start protecting themselves. They start arming themselves up. Okay? So notice it keeps happening in waves. In the movie, they don't just have one purge. They try it out one time and see how it works. No, how many sequels are there? Like 2 or 3 sequels. It happens again and again and again. There are waves of this. They're going to keep triggering you. And then what else happens in the movie? They begin to have a rebellion. This underground group that has to come through and come about and kind of form in the dark and the underground, who are going to go after these elitists, who are going to go after these people who are, hurting the population and making these laws and like rolling out these agendas, rolling out these media scandals to get people riled up for absolutely no reason. We could be living in harmony. The reason why they want us to be living in disharmony is because they feed off of energy. Go watch my video where I talk about energy extraction and how they're using it to push their agendas in the media. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. I guess we're in the phase now where we are creating the rebellion. We need people who reincarnated here with that warrior spirit and that warrior mentality to come forth, because we need you now. We need an army to protect the people, to defend the people, to enforce what's just and what's righteous. We need those types of people. Okay, so those people, who we deem as menace to society. Floorboon actually made a beautiful video. We're looking for our warriors. We need people who are fearless. Society has deemed them as criminal and, scary and terrible, but they reincarnated on this planet. We need to give them a purpose and something to fight for that is just and righteous. I'll pop her video up here too.
Peace YouTube, this is Floorboon coming to you with a very important request. I'm requesting for our alphas, our alpha bangers. We need you. We need to feel safe. We know that they've hurt you, they've made you into what they predict and what they've driven you to be. But I want you to go a little further. But I'm going to let you know that was purposefully done, and I haven't any resentment or hatred towards any one of you. I'm calling to you, my brothers, my beautiful, strong, Aztecian, Mayan, Congan, Africano, Melanite, Moors, our bangers east, west, and north. I ask that you stand up to protect your brothers, your sisters, your mothers, your lovers. We require you. It's always been a war.
But yeah, they're showing us exactly what they want to show us in plain sight. It's all in plain sight. Check the media. That's the receipts, the media. It's crazy that they tell us in plain sight. Why are they telling us in plain sight? Because they think we're too stupid to realize it? Well, obviously, because we're responding exactly how they predicted we would respond, right? So long story short, this is the purge, okay? It's happening now. It's rolling out in waves. Every time they have a police brutality story or, even a shooting story. Oh, yeah, like shootings, bombing stories, anything like that. They can kind of, use it to create new laws. So it's the emotion of the people that forces them to make new laws, to create curfews. What happens at curfew? Well, everyone has to stay at home starting at a certain time. What, 8 p.m., 9 p.m.? Okay, what happens after that? Well, they could be rolling out tanks in the street. They could be creating underground bunkers. We don't know. We're not out there patrolling the streets. We have to be locked down at home. This is why we don't want these things to be happening. We don't want them to be, adding curfews. We don't want them to be, initiating martial law, having these agents rolled out in the streets, making sure that we, are doing whatever. We don't want to be on that timeline. We don't have to be on that timeline. So now that we know we are in the purge, I guess we're at the part of the movie again where we create the rebellion. All right, whatever that means. Okay, good night. Bye.